when you are able to look at the differences between those who are 5D mystics and 4D mystics, you'll find something very unique. The individuals who actually come at their clairs by engaging in all life, so their entire oversoul from the pure consciousness state of unconditional love, are 5D mystics. And so this is why when it comes to twin flames, soulmates, and all of the oversoul stories that you hear in the 4D mystic land, it's not in any way, shape, or form the same thing. And that's one of the reasons why I created the IHP paid subscription-based model content for lightworkers of 5D land. It's not a land, by the way. It's simply a everyday person who is able to use integration of the mind when they get upset. So when you have family dynamics and there's the whole likes and dislikes. So let's say you have sisters, brothers, whatever it is. Of course, this is in a safe haven, secure base household. So let me make that clear. If there is abuse, neglect, and other maladaptive responses / safety behaviors to unresolved trauma within the entire household, we will have a variety of what are addictive behaviors, compulsive behaviors between sex, alcohol, food, drugs. Even clean eating has now been added to the book of the DSM-5. So there are aspects of compulsive addictive behavior which are self-soothing to the dysfunctional pattern of a dysregulated nervous system, which is what 4D land doesn't learn about when they're talking about energy vampires, dark auras, or when they use the word karmics, or third parties, or let's see, what else? Oh, catalyst. A lot of other words that they use with these relationships, might I add, that are human being relationships. So 5D mystic, and the reason I use mysticism as a word is because I have clairs. Although I know I will catch up with my vocabulary once I'm done reading Existential Physics by Sabine. I can't wait for that, and Neuroscience by Patrick McNamara on the religious self, because those are both books that will support me with the experiences I have to support a 5D community of mystics. And that's with free podcast episodes, free YouTube, as well as membership, and yada, yada, yada. So the value is for your personal growth, not mine. I'm already actually in the Enlightenment Soul Age group. It's really fun, by the way. You get to hear about the adventure of a lifetime and the humor that keeps growing thanks to the walks of life of all the people that allow themselves to share with me the stupidity that the pseudoscience of mysticism world is, which is okay, because I'm fair and square and dandy aware of it. I have a master's, and it's in international relations and diplomacy, and I know what it's like to have to research and do empirical data, which is actually why I'm like, I think I'm not going to wait around for empirical data to tell people how easy it is to be themselves. I think I'm going to start now, and I did begin a long time ago. Now I have even more information. Thank you, technology and science, by the way. And the fact that a 5D mystic does not believe that there is a supernatural entity anywhere, that is actually puppeteer. So somehow, some way, for me it was Jesus, and the word that I will not use is now, to me, a big ball of energy, which, as said Guru has pointed out in some of his recent quotes, it's one energy manifesting itself in a million ways. Now, what I even love more than anything is meeting up with Bill Nye, I think it is, on the Well or Big Think, when he's talking about the Matrix, and he says something that I thought of as a teenager. I'm like, if, for heaven forbid, there were something created that we don't know anything about, I think the smart person that created it would make sure we would never find out. So how much time can we spend in the land of, who knows, if there's 4D can tell you all about that one, which is why 5D doesn't spend our time there. But we do learn about mysticism through the subject matter experts. That's exactly why subject matter experts, on all accounts, whether they're accused of being pseudoscience or not, or they really are, I raise my hand, food for thought. I'm not spelling out anything except for stuff that can support people who are, again, 5D mystics. Enlightenment Soul Age group. They will know and have a good laugh with all of the content, because, we are life-sensitive, not adaptive children. So functional adults know how to have fun with life and each other, which is why, back to our main topic, since this lovely new moon has cleared away for some people some awesome stuff. And that's who I'm talking to right now. lo and behold, the one thing that throughout the years where I was missing the 5D educators, I am so happy they're all over the place now, because they're the ones who are helping me to expand my vocabulary for my 5D mystics and for any Enlightenment Soul Age group functional adults who want to be on the bandwagon of the unconditionally loving people. And that's because we're compassionate beyond a reason, since we're Zen masters. Integration of the mind. So I use my left and right mode. All hands on deck. Thank you, Daniel Siegel. My default mode network is down regulated. You better bet. And I'm always ready to party with people, because unless you have a weapon in your hand, I'm pretty sure I don't need to run away from you. You can insult me, and I get to practice how to use my mouth. So when we are talking about our loved ones and our oversoul, twin flames, soulmates, everyone that we've ever met in our entire life, you better bet that the 5D mystic will look at a 4D mystic as they're talking about their loved ones and saying, some of us are light workers in spirituality, and others, well, they're dark energy vampires. It's like, wait a minute, maybe you don't know about dark matter and dark energy. Maybe you didn't take the color of art class that I did, and I keep on thinking how to explain. I think it was that from the color black is where white comes, it's reflection, white doesn't exist, or something like that. So I think, I also heard Sadhguru mention how for expert yogis, they begin with the light so that they don't scare them. And in fact, in the public, there was a lady who, as he was speaking about something, which I was following along, pretty straightforward, because I'm not afraid of darkness. I actually know that when I die, I will not remember Maria or anything, and it's really sad. I came to terms with it when I was young with Marcus Aurelius, who said, why would you worry about something you can't do anything about? And I was like, you know what? He makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. And I would now, from that moment forward, sleep and wake up without worrying. And instead, prior to that, I actually would be very, very upset. I was very young, though. So I think it's normal for a child to be a little sad that they're going to leave the land of the living, you know. Some people, though, they think sadness is silly or something like that. Not that it's our primary emotion. And it actually is how we resolve and release and process our emotions, which, if not processed, so trauma, epigenetics shares that it's released through tears, that we process our emotions. So see, for me, emotions aren't traumatic because it's part of life. I mean, without emotions, I can't say I love you. Oh, love is in the ventral vagal state. There's another thing 4D land doesn't learn about, their nervous system. They talk a lot about Maya, the people who do yoga, but they're not really yogis, because if they were, then they'd love all people and not talk about them as energy vampires. The people in the middle, the holistic with yoga in the middle, the ones who aren't compassionate beyond a reason, so they don't know that we're all one big ball of energy. So again, when 5D mystics hear 4D mystics talking about their loved ones as if these people are not spirituality processes, there's something called Kali mode. I like Kali, but I like that Shiva's with Kali, because otherwise I get obnoxious like my 2-year-old self, which does have still a very, very, very present stance within my household. You can ask my lovely twin and my mother. They're the unfortunate people who get to hear my unnice and not very calm 2-year-old. So there's something that you can admit as an adult. We're all imperfect. We all can have emotional triggers. We all can also learn how to treat each other nicely. You know, what's sad is that they do studies that show how groups work. So 4D land has created a group of people who think they are the only ones who carry light. We're all light. Technically, we're all energy, but technically, we're all in a Newtonian body. So if we don't stop at a stoplight, we're going to crash, and that's not fun. We don't talk about our loved ones as if they are jerkwads. We actually talk about our loved ones, and we support each other to learn how to not use our 2-year-old, and then we have fun, the grown-ups do, about the completely opposing views we are and have on politics, society, religion, all of it. Because see, if there's one thing adults are, is smart. They're stable, mature, adaptive, rational, and teachable. And if they're getting it personal, that's why we do learn how to handle our 2-year-old in time, our family, training ground, and beyond that, for us to manage likes and dislikes like adults. We love each other without any prejudice and only with true unconditional love. So join 5D Mystics if you are in this boat of unconditional love. and grown-up land, and if not, it's okay. We love you all the same.